Today I have a story time. I think I'm mainly gonna be like doing story times um, on my channel just to get things started. So this story time takes place in Brooklyn, New York. Yes, I'm giving details. This was when I was in high school. So I would say this was probably my junior year. I believe it was my junior year. I think I was like 16 or 17, one of those ages. So, oh, I thought something was wrong with my phone. So, let me see. I would say there's one, two, three. There's four characters in the story, so I'm gonna name them off. Two guys. I'm gonna call one Ray and Tay. Ray and Tay, and two girls. I'm gonna call them, I'm not friends with them anymore, by the way. I'm gonna call them Leah and Trish. I'm just making up random names. So me and Leah, we were close or whatever. Come from the same background. I'm Haitian, she's Haitian. If you went to Sheepshead, whatever. If you went to that school, then you'll probably know who I'm talking about if you know me personally. But so me and Leah were close, whatever. One day after school, she was like, "Oh, my little boo thing, Ray, said that he wants to hang out with us, and he's bringing his friend Tay." So I'm like, "Okay, like whatever, let's go." So, I get home. Did I go home first? No, I think we went to her place, and from her place, we went to their place, and then I think they picked us up. I think so. This is like so freaking long ago. I hope I'm getting this right. So, while we were on the phone with them, they were like, "Okay, we're gonna go bowling." That is all I heard was bowling, bowling, bowling. I was like, "Okay, I'm down, like whatever." So we get in the car. Ray and Tay go inside of the gas station. I don't know if it was Ray or Tay's car, but they went inside the gas station and they got us some liquor. Mind you, at that age, I was not drinking at all. So I think it was like a little wine cooler or whatever. I barely drank it. So we pulled up to like a hotel or motel, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And Leah, she was like, "Oh, girl, don't worry. Like, we just gonna chill here for a little bit pregame, and then we going to the bowling alley." And I didn't know what pre-gaming was, honestly, until now, pre-game and stuff. But I honestly did not know what pre-gaming was. So, yeah, we get there, and then Ray and Tay are trying to like order rooms. I think they were trying to order like separate rooms, and the guy, he was like, "No, you can't do that." I don't know what was the issue, but basically he wasn't letting them book two rooms. So and I was like, why the fuck are they trying to book two rooms anyways? So they order one room, they get one room or whatever. Then oh, excuse me, we go inside the room, they playing music on their phones and stuff. And then I don't know who shut off the lights, but Ray or Tay shut off the lights. So I'm sitting there in the dark holding my little wine cooler or whatever. Oh, excuse me, sitting on the edge of the bed. Freaking Leah and Ray started making out. Like, all I heard was kissing noises. And then, mind y'all, I'm sitting like this on the edge of the freaking bed. Tay is over there, and he comes and put his hands on my shoulders, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? He's like, "Oh, scoot back." My dumb ass, I scooted back. So he's just sitting there like kissing on my shoulders and my neck, and I don't know why I do this. If I'm uncomfortable, I just sit there, I don't say anything. So he's just doing that or whatever. And then I believe he took off my top. I think so. I believe he took off my top. I know I'm saying this like nonchalantly, but yeah, he took off my top and he just like started kissing everywhere and stuff. And then like by this point, I'm like, let me see if I could demonstrate. By this point, I don't know if y'all can still see, I'm like this, like, yeah, I'm sitting up, like the headboard is right here, I'm sitting up. Mind you, Ray and Leah are still over there on the edge of the bed doing their thing. I'm sitting like this. He's over here kissing all on here, and like my shirt was off, but my bra was still on. And, oh, excuse me, he started to like go like this, like with his hands, and I'm like pushing them away or whatever. He been took the wine cooler out of my hand. I think that's what I was trying to demonstrate for y'all. But he been took the wine cooler out of my hand, and he tried to touch up on my legs. I actually felt nice sitting down. And I'm just like, what the hell is going on? So, what did I do? Yeah, I just kept moving his hands or whatever. Mind you, by this time, I'm hearing, I look over and freaking Leah is like this, and Ray is just going to town. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this is not freaking happening. So I think after I kept moving Tay's hands, he went downstairs. I guess he booked another room. He grabbed my hand. He was like, oh, let's go to the other room. Mind you, I don't know why I'm like this, but I just went with him. So we're in the room, sitting there dark. By this time, I think I had on, I don't even remember what I had on, but I know I had on pants. So he took off my pants or whatever, and he started like kissing all over my body. He tried to put his hands inside of my underwear or whatever, and I'm like, I'm a virgin, like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, it's okay, I'll go slow. Go slow? Sir, no. So I'm like, no, I'm uncomfortable, like I don't want to do this. He's like, oh, it's okay, I'll just continue to kiss on your body. So he does all that, and I'm just laying there like, oh my gosh, when is this gonna stop? Oh, mind you, y'all, like, we're 16, 17. These men are like 24, 25, 26. Why are you picking up high school girls? Like, what the fuck? So anyways, I'm over here cursing. Anyways, I'm just laying there like, oh my gosh, when is this gonna end? Da, 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 da. So he finished kissing on me. Then he's like, oh, it's my turn. My turn? I'm not kissing on you. What the fuck? I get up, I go to the bathroom, I put on my clothes, and I leave the room. Like, I was freaking crying. I go to the stairwell, and I called my sister, and I'm over here explaining to her everything that's going on, and she's like, oh my gosh, Fabi, like, that is not your friend. You need to leave. By this time, like, at this time, I don't think they really had Ubers, or they probably did have Uber at the time, but I just didn't have it on my phone. So basically, I was just waiting for Leah and Ray to get done doing what they do. So I'm sitting there crying in the stairwell, explaining to my sister everything, and then I hear Leah, Ray, and Tay all like saying, Fabiola, Fabiola, where are you, Fabi? And I'm not responding because I'm pissed as fuck. Like, why would you put me in that kind of situation? But I think I kind of put myself in that situation because from the jump, like when he started like grabbing on me, I would have been like, you two stop having sex. I want to go home because I'm not with this. So it's on both sides or whatever. But they finally found me, and Leah was like, oh my gosh, girl, what's wrong with you? And I was like, girl, you know I'm a virgin, and basically I feel like you knew what these dudes were doing. We weren't going to no freaking bowling alley. They just wanted to smash. Like, I'm not with that. You know I'm a virgin. Like, why would you put me in this kind of predicament? And she was like, I didn't know you were a virgin. Girl, yes you did. You knew that. Like, stop. I was the only virgin out of my friend group in freaking high school. You knew that. Stop. So, she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. So they take us home. First they take me home because I was not about to be in a car with him by myself, even though she lives closer than I did. They take me home first, and then Tay got out the car. He was like, oh babe, text me when you get home, um all that stuff. Like, I'm gonna take you shopping, I'm gonna take care of you, this and that, da da da. I was not attracted to him at all. And y'all, he looks like freaking Future. I think that's why I don't like Future at all, because when I see Future, I think of Tay, and I hate that shit so much. So, yeah, he was like, oh, text me when you get home, I'm gonna take care of you, I'm gonna take you shopping, this and that, da, da, da. Like, you gonna be my girl. I'm over here like, ran my ass in the house, blocked his number, all of that. Next day at school, I'm over here, did I say the other girl's name was Trisha, whatever. I'm over here telling, because Trisha was like the mom of our friend group. So I'm over here telling her, like, oh my gosh, girl, like, Leah took me to this place and these guys were doing this and that, and they started having sex on the edge of the bed while I'm still in the room, and then Tay was trying to have sex with me, and she's over there laughing, and I'm just like,
wait a minute,
nothing's funny. Like, I don't think that's funny. Like, at the time I was very traumatized, I was very hurt, and it's like I felt like none of these girls were my friends. Granted, I'm not friends with them now, but I'm just like, who does that? Like, that's very weird. So fast forward, like, I mean, throughout high school I still talked to Leah, but I just never looked at her the same, because once I told Trisha what had happened, like, all three of us, of course, we knew the situation. We didn't tell our other friends or whatever. And I think it was either later on that day or a few days went by during the week. And she was like, Leah was like, oh girl, like, you over exaggerating. It wasn't too bad. Maybe not for you because you're popping your stuff, but for me, sweetie, you don't do that. You don't set your friends up like that. Come on now. You should have at least, and I know for a fact she knows that I'm a virgin because I was the only virgin in our friend group. Like, you cannot know that I was not a virgin. I mean, wait, did I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying right now. Basically, I was a virgin at the time. I think I said that right though. But yeah, she was like, oh girl, you're making it a big deal. Like, it was not that big of a deal. Yes, it was. Like, ew. So a few months go by, and where I lived on Kings Highway, and like, was it like Flatbush and Flatlands? I don't know. But from Junction, if y'all from New York, y'all would know. From Junction to Kings Highway, I would walk when I got off the bus. I don't know why, I just like walking. So got off the city bus, started walking home, and this car was kind of following me at the corner of my eye. I seen it and I'm just like, what the hell? So I kind of started walking a little faster, and as I'm like crossing one of the streets, the car pulled up in front of me, and it was freaking Tay. He's like, oh, I've been calling you, I've been texting you, like, you haven't been returning any of my phone calls and messages. Like, what's going on with you? What's good? Y'all, I was so, like, I was starstruck. I was scared. Like, oh my gosh, this man could literally, like, shove me into his car and take me away. Like, y'all, I was shitting fucking brakes. I'm just like, oh, I just been busy with school, and I think my phone was in my bag. So I was like, oh, my mom took my phone away, so I haven't been able to use it. Like, I was lying like a, like, he's like, oh, you want me to get you a new phone? No, sir, I'm okay. I don't need you to get me a new phone. Ooh, excuse me. So I forgot what I had said for him to like drive off. I think I was like, I gotta go, like, I'm in trouble, like, my mom ground me or something like that. So I think I told him, I'm gonna steal my phone back to text you when I get home. So yeah, I think that's what like made him go away or whatever. But yeah, I never text him, nothing, none of that. till this day, I don't even know their real names, to be honest. So Tay and Ray are some freaking pedophiles. Why are you going after high school girls? Leah, I don't talk to her anymore, even though she be keeping up with me on my Instagram. Yes, girl, I see you. And Trisha, me and her, we never had no beef, but I just don't like talk to her anymore. Like, you know how you just outgrow friends. So it was like one of those types of situations. But yeah, that was my story time of how my friend tried to set me up to get smashed. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have more story times for you guys because my life is literally freaking crazy. But y'all like my dress. Let me stop. But yeah, that is all I have for this story time. Definitely going to be dropping more. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I would tell y'all subscribe, like, but that's not me. I'm just on here to vent. This is my YouTube to vent.